in Rio Grande, Ohio. Welcome you to today's broadcast on WV Video Productions. I'm Ben Westfall, your play-by-play, as it is the Shawnee State Bears coming in at 4-1 overall on the season out of the River States Conference, facing off against the Lewis and Clark State Warriors, 4-0 and number 7 in the country out of the Cascade Collegiate Conference. Lewis and Clark State coming off of a 113-61 win over the Park Gilbert Buccaneers. An impressive win that saw Lewis and Clark State scoring 33 in the first and 36 in the fourth. It was a scoring affair for the Warriors in that contest. Leading the way scoring-wise last time out was Kendall Wallace, 21 points in 21 minutes off the bench. She was 8 of 14 from the field, 5 of 8 from three-point land. Also had 3 rebounds and 4 steals. She was impressive. A lot of players at double-digit scoring in that game. Lindsey Wilson had 14. Ellie Brockman had 11. Those two off the bench. Starting-wise, Satara Bird had 17. Daring Herring had 12. And Peyton Hymas and Tatum Brager both had 10. Lewis and Clark State with an impressive 113-61 victory over Park Gilbert. Looking at the stats of that one, Lewis and Clark State shot 62% overall from the field, 46 of 74, 53% impressively from three-point land. Only one blemish, and that was at the free throw line, just 45.5%, but only shot 11 free throws in that contest, only making 5 in that margin. 54 points in the paint, 29 points off of turnovers, and 10 fast break points for the Warriors. Again, 4-0 on the season. Have been all home games for Lewis and Clark State, so first time on the road traveling in from Idaho here to Rio Grande, Ohio. For the Shawnee State Bears, 4 straight wins for the Bears after losing the first overall game of the season at Northwestern, Ohio. 4 straight home games for the Bears. Last time out beating Carolina 82-52. A good win there. 2 players in double-digit scoring. TK Catchings led the way with 13 points. Lakin Williams off the bench had 10 points in that one as well. Leading the way in rebounds was Kyla Torek. She had 6 on that one. And in steals was Mayoshi Ellis with 4. Overall free throw shooting-wise for Shawnee State, 15 of 18 from the free throw line, 83% impressive there. Three-point shooting was a little bit lacking to be desired. 3 of 13 overall from three-point land, 23% on that one, but overall from the field, 48.5%. And of course, Shawnee State facing off against the number 7 team in the country, Lewis and Clark State today. They'll be playing against Governor State tomorrow at 11 a.m. For Lewis and Clark State, tomorrow we'll face off against number 20, Rio Grande. That should be a fun one. That one, 3 p.m. local time. Of course, 12 o'clock p.m. noon time over in Idaho. So that should be a fun one tomorrow between Lewis and Clark State and Rio Grande for the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic here at Newt Oliver Arena. Look at some impact players coming into today's game, one for each team. For the first all-time meeting between these two, start with Lewis and Clark State. We'll go with Daring Herring. Had a well-balanced game in the last game versus Park Gilbert. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. My goodness, what a stat line. She was first team all Cascade Conference last year. Look out for her to make an impact in today's game. And on Shawnee State's side, Mayoshi Ellis, have to go with her. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals in the last game versus Carolina. Leads in scoring average this season at 11.8 points per game. Was the first team all-conference last year for the River States Conference. The senior guard looks ready to lead today for the Shawnee State Bears. We're going to step aside for a quick break, and when we return, we'll have action between the number 7 Lewis and Clark State Warriors and the Shawnee State Bears, the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic here at Rio Grande, Ohio. After this, here on WV Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back here inside Newt Oliver Arena in Rio Grande, Ohio, home of the Rio Grande University Red Storm. For today's contest between the Shawnee State Bears and the Lewis and Clark State Warriors, live here on WV Video Productions. I'm Ben Westfall, your play-by-play for today's contest.
We begin our schedule today with a game in the women's division.
So women's basketball action between the Bears and the Warriors. We'll have a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams.
The Warriors from Lewis and Clark State. Before we meet our starting lineups, we ask everyone to please rise as we honor America.
Before we hit the starting lineups, we'll step aside real quick for the playing of the national anthem.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
National anthem concludes, and let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams. Starting with the visitors on the scoreboard, that would be the Shawnee State Bears. The junior guard from Greenup, Kentucky, number 2, Emily Maynard, has started all 5 games this season, averaging 7.2 points per game, along with 6.2 rebounds per game, has 3 steals, shooting 34% from the field. The senior guard from Harlem, New York, making her 3rd start this season, averaging 11.8 points per game. Number 3, Mayoshi Ellis, standing at 5'5". Again, 11.8 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, has 24 assists, shooting 41% from the field. From Heber Heights, Ohio, a sophomore guard, standing at 5'8", averaging 9.2 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. Janila Chambers, wearing jersey number 5, again, making her 6th start, starting every game this year for the Bears. Had 6 points in the last time out versus Carolina. Next up, the junior forward from New Hebron, Mississippi. Transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Making her 3rd start this season, TK Catchings. At 6 foot, wearing jersey number 23, averaging 9.2 points per game this year. And finally, the junior forward from Pell City, Alabama. The transfer from Gadsden State Community College, averaging 10.4 points per game and 9.4 rebounds per game, almost a double-double on average, is number 25, Kyla Tork, standing at 5'9". For the Lewis and Clark State Warriors, 7th in the country. The senior guard from Spokane, Washington, has started every game this season, averaging 18.5 points per game. That would be the 5'10", senior number 5, Sitara Bird. Along with the junior guard from Stanwood, Washington, number 11, Tatum Brager, standing at 5'10", has started every game this year for the Warriors, 9.3 points per game, is shooting 42% from the field, also has 4 assists to go along with that, scored 10 points in the last time out versus Park Gilbert. The junior forward from Orofino, Idaho, has started every game this year as well for the Warriors. Again, a forward, number 12, Grace Bearden, standing at 5'11", averaging 8.3 points per game, shooting 55% from the field and 50% from three-point land. Out of Middleton, Idaho, the senior guard, number 24, Peyton Hymas, has started every game this year, averaging 14.5 points per game. And finally, the junior forward, Darren Herring, from Deer Park, Washington, wearing jersey number 30, standing at 6 foot, averaging 11.3 points per game. Lewis and Clark wins the tip. As this game's underway, Lewis and Clark State in the all-white jerseys, Shawnee State the dark blue with a gray down the side of the jerseys. Warriors passing it around the perimeter, handoff to Bird. She goes top of the key, now gives it off to Bearden. Inside to Herring. Herring trying to muscle her way to the basket, puts a shot up, and that one is no good. Good defense from TK Catchings, the transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And the Bears will have an offensive possession here. Myoshi Ellis gives it off to Maynard, now back to Ellis at the left side wing, now gives it off right side. Stop, pull-up jumper from Chambers. That one rattles in and out, no good. And rebounded from Bearden for Lewis at Clark State. Now down the floor goes Hymas. She'll put up a shot on the right side. That one no good, goes out of bounds. Last touch from Shawnee State. And basketball will stay with the Warriors with 9:01 left to go here in the first quarter. No score so far. Peyton Hymas stands out of bounds. The referees had to flip the possession arrow, which goes to Shawnee State. Play resumes. Hymas will inbound. Gets it in to Brager. Brager goes top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Herring. Herring inside. Nice find. Puts a shot up. No good from Bearden and rebounded by Shawnee State. That was Torek on the rebound. Myoshi Ellis gives it off to Chambers. Chambers, left side corner, now back to Chambers. Nice passing around from Shawnee State, but ball deflects, and it goes right into the hands of Daring Herring, taken over by Lewis at Clark State. Quick transition, shot up and good off the glass. Tatum Brager has the first 2 points of the basketball game. Brager has the first bucket of the game. Janila Chambers with it now. Gives it back off to Ellis. Ellis, left side wing. Warriors running a meta 2-3 zone. Kyla Torek trying to drive in on the right side. Gives it off. Three-point shot on the way for Shawnee State. That one's good. Emily Maynard knocks down a three-point bucket. And the Bears capture the lead. 3-2 here. 7:53 left to go in the first. An errant pass there from Peyton Hymas goes out of bounds, and Shawnee State will have the basketball. Bears up the floor. Myoshi Ellis, the senior guard, leads the way, making her third start today. Ellis goes left side. Ball deflects on the pass and taken away by the Warriors. Taking it up the floor is Hymas. Now she'll find a pass up the floor, and Herring lays it in off the glass. Herring gives Lewis and Clark State the lead, 4-3, 7:25 left to go in the first quarter. Ellis with the basketball. Gives it off left side. Now inside pass, pull-up jumper. That one's good. Kyla Torek drills a shot, gives the Bears the lead right back. Back and forth we go. First points of the game for Torek. Left side, Bird. Pass inside, and whistle blows. That one's going to be a foul. Peyton Hymas tries to go up with a shot. Was caught on the arm from TK Catchings. That'll be Catchings' first foul. And first foul on Shawnee State. And that'll send Peyton Hymas to the free throw line. Lauren Hawthorne, the senior forward, checks in for the Bears. Hymas' first free throw attempt is up. That one goes off the back of the iron, no good. Remains a 1-point advantage for Shawnee State. Second free throw attempt. Nothing but net. Cashes that one in. High miss. Ties it up at 5. Chambers with the basketball, gives off to Ellis. And the Rio Grande logo at midcourt. Ellis. Top of the key to Maynard. Left side corner. Torek back outside. That pass deflected, taken away by Hymas. Good deflection there. Reading the pass of Chambers, taking it away for the turnover. Hymas driving inside. Nice spin around move off the glass. That one's good. Peyton Hymas. Stop, turn around off the glass, and Lewis and Clark State has a 2-point advantage. Myoshi Ellis looking for an outlet pass right now. Calls for a teammate. That's Janila Chambers. Bounce pass inside. Hawthorne puts up a shot. That one's good. Nice one-handed shot from Lauren Hawthorne, the senior from Hebron, Kentucky. Tied up at 7 here in the first quarter. Back outside to Brager. Brager inside. Nice bounce pass. Stop. Jumper. That one's off the back of the iron and falls off. Incomplete shot. Now 3-point shot on the way for Satara Bird. That one rattles off left side. No good. Shawnee State with a rebound. Lauren Hawthorne grabbed that board, and now Myoshi Ellis again leads it up the floor. Bear waiting to sub in. Jumper, short-range jumper for Kyla Torek. That one falls left side, no good. 5:25 left to go in the first quarter. Game tied up at 7. Bearden with it, now right side wing. Brager thought about the 3-point shot. That one's taken away. Nice read here by Chambers. Janila Chambers takes it up the floor, coast to coast. And Shawnee State has a 2-point advantage. Nice read on the pass from Janila Chambers, the sophomore guard from Heber Heights, Ohio. Gets the steal, gets the 2. Now pass inside. Nice pass there from Darian Herring. Finds Peyton Hymas off the glass. Good. Tied back up at 9. Under 5 minutes to go. And a misread pass. Lauren Hawthorne was not looking for Myoshi Ellis. That one goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lewis and Clark State basketball. As media timeout, 4:49 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break. Score tied at 9 here on WV Video Productions.
Checking in a moment ago for Shawnee State, number 1, Lakin Williams. And checking in for the Warriors, Wilson. And
We are champions of character.
Score all tied up at 9 here. 4:49 left to go in the first quarter between Shawnee State and Lewis and Clark State. Lewis and Clark State comes in 7th-ranked team in the country. Shawnee State in the latest polls for the NAIA receiving 5 votes. So if Shawnee State could come out of this one today with a win and obviously defeat Governor State tomorrow, a part of the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic, then Shawnee State could potentially look in the top 25 or at least knocking on the door. However, the Warriors look to escape today, get out with a win, and potentially have a good win tomorrow against Rio Grande. Of course, the Red Storm 20th in the country. Shot blocked from Lindsey Wilson, and Shawnee State will come away with a basketball. Lakin Williams, who just checked in, gives it off to Hawthorne. 3-point shot, nothing but net. Lauren Hawthorne cashes in a bucket. Hawthorne's up to 5 points today. 2 for 2 from the field, and first 3-point shot, that one's good. And Shawnee State has a 3-point advantage out of the timeout. Wilson, 3-point shot on the way for Satara Bird. That one's good. Knotted back up at 12. Back and forth we go here in this first quarter of action. Hawthorne. Pass inside. That's Turek off the glass. Shot no good. And rebounded by Lewis at Clark State. Quickly up the floor. Shot up off the glass. That one's good. Satara Bird. Pass almost taken away by the Bears, but good job by the Warriors to cash in. And Satara Bird gets that one off the glass. Good. And a 2-point advantage for Lewis at Clark State. Jumper from the free throw line. Kyla Turek. That one's offline, no good, and rebounded by Peyton Hymas for Lewis at Clark State. Lindsey Wilson with it. Wilson, top of the key, gives it off to Bird. Bird has to give it back up to Hymas. Good defense for the Bears. Nice bounce pass to Wilson. Whistle blows and a foul. Lauren Hawthorne gets the wrist of Lindsey Wilson, the senior forward from Oregon. Look here, nice drive, nice bounce pass, and you see Hawthorne, a little bit too much wrist as Skylar Kessler, the freshman center, will check in. First free throw on the way from Wilson. That one's no good. A 53% free throw shooter is Lindsey Wilson, standing at 6 foot. Had 14 points, went 6 of 7 from the field. 5 rebounds, 2 assists against Park Gilbert last time out. That one back on November 8th. (15-12). Lewis and Clark State leads. Shawnee State with the basketball. Maynard gives it off to Chambers. Chambers back outside. 3-point shot on the way from Williams. Cash for Lakin Williams, the sophomore guard from Williamson, West Virginia. Shawnee State with another turnover. Williams gives it off. Back to Williams. Shot blocked by Lewis at Clark State. Another shot blocked. Shawnee State looking for a foul. Instead, it will be a jump ball. Possession error stays with the Bears. Dwayne Burrows, head coach for Shawnee State in his 5th season, was looking for a foul. None given. And with 2:39 left to go, jump ball. Shawnee State will remain with the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Williams. Top of the key. Now gives it off to Chambers. Chambers to Kessler. Kessler back outside. 3-point shot from Maynard. That one's good. Emily Maynard, a 35% 3-point shooter. Knocks in a 3-point bucket. Lindsey Wilson drive to the basket. That one's good. And the Warriors trail by 1, 18-17 to Shawnee State. Lakin Williams will back off a little bit. Reset the offense. Now right side. Chambers back to Williams, top of the key. Left side, Emily Maynard, long range 3. That one's good from distance. Emily Maynard getting hot. And a 4-point advantage for Shawnee State here in the first quarter. Maynard 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. Pass over right side corner. Herring drives in off the glass. That one's good for Darian Herring, junior forward from Deer Park, Washington. Williams. Top of the key is Williams. Thought about the 3-point shot, gives it off to Maynard. Bounce pass inside. Kessler, Chambers, rattles around. That one no good. Rebounded by Satara Bird. 1:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Hymas with it, gives it off to Wilson. Wilson, top of the key to Wallace. Wallace, free throw line. Hymas drives inside. That one rattles in good. Game tied at 21. Peyton Hymas with another bucket. She's up to 7 points and 3 of 4 from the field. Lakin Williams. About a 30-second difference between shot and game clock. Williams, top of the key. Now gives it off. Maynard, right side corner. Chambers. Chambers will go out of bounds, and that one will give Lewis at Clark State the basketball with 36.3 seconds left to go. And now will be a 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Herring inbounds to Peyton Hymas. Hymas, the senior guard from Middleton, Idaho, leads it up the floor. Gives it off to Bird. Bird, top of the key to Herring. Herring, bounce pass, was trying to look for Wallace. Chambers stumbled for Shawnee State, but that one goes out of bounds, and a turnover from Lewis at Clark State. And gives Shawnee State one last chance to get a bucket and take the lead heading into the second quarter. 15 seconds left to go. Williams with it, left side. Let the clock tick down. 8 seconds left. Gives it off. Chambers. Chambers, bounce pass inside. Ball about to be taken away, and it is, well, no, will be a jump ball. And with 2.9 seconds left, the Warriors will have the possession arrow and a chance for one last shot. They'll have the inbound underneath the basket. 2.9 seconds left to go. Trying to find somebody. Hymas has a chance. Hymas. Shot no good. Did not know if she got the shot off in time at the buzzer. But either way, into the first. And we're tied up at 21 between Lewis and Clark State and Shawnee State. It's been a fun back and forth action between these two. First game of the day of 4 games here at the 42nd Annual Bevo Francis Classic at the Newt Oliver Arena here at Rio Grande University. We'll step aside for a break. Game tied at 21 at the end of the first quarter.
Years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Yeah. Back here inside Newt Oliver Arena, home of the Rio Grande Red Storm, the host of the Bevo Francis Classic. Tied up at 21 between Lewis and Clark State and Shawnee State. The Warriors come in 7th ranked in the country, undefeated 4-0. Of course, this is the first time that the Warriors have traveled this season and won't be back at home until December 11th against Whitman College. That one will start at 8:30 p.m. local time here in Ohio, 5:30 p.m. in Idaho time. Shawnee State on the road. They don't return home until December 4th, until the Bears face off against the University of the Cumberlands. Of course, University of the Cumberlands 19th in the country. That will be at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, action for both of these teams. Shawnee State starts the day, 11 a.m. tip against Governor State. And, of course, Lewis and Clark State will face off against number 20 Rio Grande. That one 3 p.m. local time here, 12 p.m. Idaho time. So fun action and a fun game so far in the first quarter between these two, Shawnee State and Lewis and Clark State. Tied up at 21 at the end of the first. Leading the way scoring-wise for Shawnee State is Emily Maynard. She is 3 for 3 from the field, all from the three-point line. Lauren Hawthorne has 5. Leading the way for Lewis and Clark State is Peyton Hymas with 7 points. Game back underway to start this second quarter. Shawnee State with the basketball. Chambers gives it off to Williams. Williams tries to drive in, back outside. Emily Maynard gives it off. Now back outside, top of the key, 3 from Chambers. That shot no good, off the back of the rim. Ball bouncing around and rebounded by Shawnee State. Kessler with it. Now top of the key to Williams. Chambers, back outside Williams. Gives it off to Hawthorne. Williams will pull up long range 2 jumper. That one no good and rebounded by Kessler. Drive inside. That shot's blocked. Darian Herring denies the shot. And the Warriors come away with the basketball. Bearden to Wilson. Barger inside. Wilson drives to the basket. That shot's good and one. Lindsey Wilson with a physical drive finds the bucket and will find herself at the free throw line with an and one opportunity. As they say, the foul was on Hawthorne. You see here On the replay, a little smackdown on the wrist. Of course, Hawthorne went down. Shawnee State possibly wanting a charge call, won't get it. And Wilson finds herself at the free throw line. Trying to complete the three-point play, she does so. A 53% free throw shooter makes it. And Wilson gives Lewis and Clark State a three-point advantage. Wilson now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Williams with it, top of the key. Williams drives inside, kicks it back out. Three-point shot on the way. That one misses everything. And rebounded by Skylar Kessler. And whistle blows. That one will be just out of bounds. And Shawnee State retains possession. Ellie Brockman will sub in for the Warriors, a transfer from Division II Western Washington, averaging 4 points per game this season. Bears with the basketball and into Kessler. Kessler finds Myoshi Ellis, and that one rolls in. Started at the front of the rim and slowly rolled its way into the bucket. And Shawnee State within 1. Warriors with it. Barger gives it off to Bearden. Bearden, left side wing, back to Barger. Inside, Herring. Herring puts up a mid-range jumper. That shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, and is won by Shawnee State. Kessler comes away with a board. Quickly up the floor for Shawnee State. Almost lost the basketball. Bouncing around, and somehow the Bears will retain it. Hawthorne does a great job of saving possession. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 7:52 left to go on game clock here in the second quarter. Ellis. Nice right to left move, shot up, and one for Myoshi Ellis.
Number 3, Myoshi Ellis. 2. She'll go to the line.
And so Shawnee State takes the lead. And Myoshi Ellis will have a chance at the three-point play. Camden Barger, the one whistle for the foul. Ellis, free throw opportunity. That one's good. And Shawnee State with a 2-point advantage. Camden Barger, the senior guard from Grangeville, Idaho, leads the way up the floor. Barger. Tough physical defense from Shawnee State. Herring trying to muscle her way to the bucket. That one's offline. No good. Great defense from Skylar Kessler. And Shawnee State comes with the board. Williams up the floor. Quick transition. And that one shot no good. Kessler cannot come away with an offensive board and goes out of bounds. Lewis and Clark State will have the basketball. Warriors trail by 2, 26-24. 7:14 left to go in the second quarter. Bounce pass right side finds Brockman. Brockman inside, now back outside. Ball deflected by Hawthorne, goes out of bounds. Lewis and Clark State will have the basketball with 17 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Camden Barger will inbound for the Warriors, far side corner. Trying to find an outlet pass, and in goes to Kendall Wallace. That one goes out of bounds off of Wallace, and Shawnee State forces a turnover. Excellent defense so far in the second quarter from the Bears. 6th turnover on Lewis and Clark State. Bears with it, and now the Bears turn it over. Taken away by Darian Herring. Quickly up the floor is Lewis and Clark State. 3-point shot on the way from Kendall Wallace. Nothing but net. That one's good. Kendall Wallace cashes in a 3 and gives Lewis and Clark State the lead right back by 1. Myoshi Ellis, top of the key. Ellis. Bears trying to slow things down, and whistle blows and a foul call on Darian Herring. A little bit too much contact as Ellis was trying to drive in on the right side lane. Second team foul on Lewis and Clark State.
First, team second.
Williams receives the inbound. Now top of the key to Ellis. Ellis drives in on the left side lane. That shot's good. Tough drive to the basket, and Ellis gets the lay-in. Now 3-point shot on the way from Brockman. That one off the front of the rim, no good. That one's deflected out of bounds, however, by Grace Bearden. Goes out of bounds. Shawnee State will have possession of the basketball. As Peyton Hymas will check back in. comes in for Camden Barger. Peyton Hymas, 14.5 points per game, has started all 4 games this year for the Warriors. 10 points in the last time out versus Park Gilbert. Lakin Williams, mid-range jumper from the right side corner. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, put back no good from TK Catchings. Rebounded by Lewis at Clark State. Now Herring, quickly up the floor. Herring dishes it off the glass. That one's good. And the Warriors with a 1-point lead as Darian Herring goes coast to coast and drives in on the left side. 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Lakin Williams gives it off. Now back to Myoshi Ellis. Ellis right side. Hawthorne back top of the key. Ellis, 3-point shot. Nothing but net for Myoshi Ellis. Shawnee State 6 of 8 from the 3-point line. Hymas tries to drive in. That one kickball on Shawnee State. Will stay in possession of the Warriors, trailing by 2, 31-29 to Shawnee State. Bears have done a great job defensively so far in this one. Bounce pass inbound to Brockman. Now back outside. 3-point shot on the way for Bearden. That one's offline, no good. Rebounded from TK Catchings. Gives it off to Ellis. Ellis will take it up the floor. Now inside. Hawthorne spin around off the glass. Right-handed little underneath shot. That one's good. Shawnee State leads by 4. Bearden thought about the 3. Gives it off. Brockman. Over to Wallace. Wallace trying to find a lane. Wallace puts up a tough drive-in shot. That one no good. Lauren Hawthorne comes away with the rebound. Prince, 3-point shot. That one was blocked. Darian Herring got a hand on that one. Blocks the shot. Hymas drives in. Off the glass, no good. And whistle blows, and that'll be a quick foul on Peyton Hymas. Peyton Hymas, that's her first foul. And that'll send us to the media break. Shawnee State cashing in for the 3-point land. And what a shot there underneath the basket from Lauren Hawthorne. Hawthorne's up to 7 points, and Shawnee State with a 4-point lead, 33-29. We'll step aside real quick for a quick break. Back here inside Newt Oliver Arena, Lewis Clark State Warriors trailing 33-29 to the Shawnee State Bears. Shawnee State trying to win its 5th game in a row. Same with Lewis Clark State. Of course, the Warriors 4-0 on the season. Shawnee State 4-1. Bears lost their first game against Northwestern Ohio, 68-61. Since then, has not lost. Again, Shawnee State receiving 5 votes for the top 25 of NAIA. Trying to cash in with a couple of big wins this weekend. Pass offline, trying to find TK Catchings, goes out of bounds. And Lewis Clark State will have possession. 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Rager. Nice pass inside. Nice find. Satara Bird dishes it in. And Lewis Clark State trails by 2. Myoshi Ellis. Bounce pass inside. Catchings. Tough physical drive. That shot no good. And rebounded from Darian Herring. Herring goes up the floor. And nice pass taken away. Janila Chambers, coast to coast. Gets the steal, gets the bucket. Shawnee State by 4. as head coach Dwayne Burrows fired up over there on the opposite side. Now official will go over to the scorers table. Not sure what the discussion is, but Janila Chambers, what a great job reading that pass, getting the steal and the bucket. 3:22 left to go here in the second quarter. Shawnee State leads by 4, 35-31. Peyton Hymas leads the charge up the floor. Brager, top of the key. Herring fires away. And shot's no good. Rebounded by Emily Maynard. Emily Maynard so far 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Ellis leads the way with 10 points. And she has the basketball right now. Ellis drives in, shot up, rattles around, no good. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by Lewis Clark State. They'll say that one was off the hands of Herring. So Shawnee State will have the basketball. And shot clock resets to 20 seconds. Lindsey Wilson subs in. She'll check in for Ellie Brockman. Maynard will inbound. Maynard trying to find somebody and almost ran out of time. Got it into Torek last second. Chambers. Stop, mid-range jumper. That one's good. And Shawnee State, biggest lead of the day, leads by 6. Shawnee State on a 9-2 run over the last 3 minutes. Wilson with it, gives it off. Bird, mid-range jumper. Shot no good off the back of the rim. And a long-range three from Brager. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. Wilson comes up with a tough rebound, trying to pass it back outside to Hymas. And somehow Lewis Clark State comes away with the basketball. And Wilson receives the pass as she's fouled hard. Lindsey Wilson goes down tough. See who the foul was on. I think it was on TK Catchings, yes. Again, a tough foul from TK Catchings. That'll be her second. And Lindsey Wilson at the free throw line. First free throw goes offline, no good. Wilson so far 6 points, now 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Second attempt, that one, Piram, and good. Bears by 5. Clock ticking to 2 minutes left to go. Torek back outside. Chambers back to Torek. Almost lost possession. Retains it. Now has to give it off to Myoshi Ellis. Ellis drives in. Ellis off the glass and misses. Herring comes away with a defensive board. Lewis Clark State could cut into the Shawnee State advantage. Hymas, top of the key. Hymas drives in. Whistle blows, and I think we'll have a foul on Shawnee State before the shot. I think that one will be against Kyla Torek, the junior forward. And it was. Foul on Torek, that's her first. Warriors still with it. That one goes out of bounds off of Brager, off the inbound, and a turnover on the Warriors, and Shawnee State will have the basketball. Bears lead by 5 and can take their biggest lead of the day here. Chambers inside. Catchings trying to drive in. Puts up a shot. That one good. Lead to 7. Biggest lead for Shawnee State. Hymas tries to drive in. Dishes it off to Wilson. Could not get the reception of that pass and taken away by Shawnee State. Another Lewis Clark State turnover. Maynard, three-point shot. That one's no good. Her first miss for the three-point line. Torek comes away with the board and now gives it off and taken away from Brager. Brager, cross-court pass, risky pass, finds Peyton Hymas, however. Hymas, bounce pass inside. Wilson, too strong of a shot from Lindsey Wilson. No good, and rebounded by Shawnee State. 40 seconds left to go. And the Bears will slow it down. Myoshi Ellis taking command. Bounce pass to Chambers, right side wing. Now back to Ellis. Over left side, and pass taken away by Lewis Clark State. And the Warriors will slow it down for the final shot. 20 seconds left to go. Now to 15 seconds. Peyton Hymas with it. Now 10 seconds. Hymas drives right side. Ball deflects and taken away by Ellis. Chambers all alone to the basket. Chambers off the glass. That one's good. And beats the buzzer, and Shawnee State with some momentum going into halftime. Leads 41-32. Janila Chambers comes away with a steal. Lewis Clark State with another turnover, the 10th. And Shawnee State leads by 9 going into halftime, 41-32. An excellent first half from Shawnee State, especially defensively. And the Bears also 6 of 10 for the three-point line, 60%. Done a fantastic job so far in that first half. And we'll see what Lewis Clark State can do going into the second half, trying to adjust. But could Shawnee State come away with win number 5 in a row against the 7th-ranked team in the country? It's halftime here from the Newt Oliver Arena at Rio Grande University. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic here on WV Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back here inside the Newt Oliver Arena, halftime at the campus of Rio Grande University. Shawnee State Bears with a nice 41-32 halftime lead over Lewis Clark State Warriors. Big thank you to our outstanding crew working today's game here on WV Video Productions. I'm Ben Westfall, your play-by-play. It's been a fun first half. It was very back and forth, but Shawnee State has managed to take the lead and really build some momentum, especially ending the half on a 13-3 run over the last 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Ending that first half, Lewis Clark State went scoreless for the last 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And 1 of 8 from the field in the last 8 shots and 1 of 5 from three-point land in the last 5 three-point attempts. So Lewis Clark State went a little ice cold there to end that first half, and Shawnee State was able to take advantage going on that 13-3 run. And of course, leading the way is Mayoshi Ellis, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point land, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, has a steal as well. Emily Maynard with 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, all of those being three-point shots, has 2 steals and a rebound. TK Catchings with 4 rebounds. Kyla Tork has 4 boards as well. Lauren Hawthorne with 4 rebounds. She also has 7 points. And also Janila Chambers with 8 points, 4 of 8 from the field. She has 2 steals and 1 assist. Overall, Shawnee State, 47.2% from the field, 17 of 36, 6 of 10 from the three-point line, 60% overall. Shawnee State's only been to the free throw line once, and that was a Mayoshi Ellis and 1 opportunity. She made the free throw. Yeah, so Shawnee State just 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 19 rebounds, 7 total assists, 6 total steals, 1 block shot, which belongs to Kyla Tork. And so far, Shawnee State's turned the ball over 9 times. Look on the other side, Lewis Clark State Warriors with 32 points on the board, leading the way. 3 players with 7 points. Satara Bird has 7. Peyton Hymas with 7, along with Lindsey Wilson. Lewis Clark State shooting 43% from the field, 13 of 30, just 2 of 7 from the three-point line, 28.6%, and 4 of 8 from the charity stripe, 50%. So Lewis Clark State has been a little bit cold shooting-wise in this one. 16 rebounds, along with 9 assists, 6 steals, 4 block shots, 3 of them from Darian Herring, and the other one from Peyton Hymas. And Lewis Clark State has turned the ball over 10 times in this one. Again, Shawnee State out-rebounding Lewis Clark State 19-16. Warriors leading in the turnover category 10-9. Also leading in the block shots category 4-1. 6 steals by each team. 11 points each off turnovers. Lewis Clark State 22 points in the paint. Shawnee State with 16 points in the paint. We've seen a lot of times that Shawnee State head coach Dwayne Burrows in his 5th season at the helm has been very animated on the sideline, and for good reason. Shawnee State Bears leading 41-32. Dwayne Burrows comes in today 72-54 overall, 40-33 in conference play. Of course, this is a Shawnee State team that was 28-5 overall. Last season, 16-0 in conference play. It was an impressive year for Shawnee State last season. And of course, lost to Rio Grande 60-51 in the River States Conference Championship game. Made it to the second round of the NAIA tournament, lost to Cumberland's 71-66. So this season, Shawnee State looking to avenge that championship loss in the River States Conference and make it back and win the conference and potentially make a run in the NAIA tournament. Meanwhile, Lewis Clark State again 7th in the country in the latest polls, led by Carolyn Orlandi in her 3rd season at the helm. 56-13 overall record, 36-8 in the Cascade Collegiate Conference record. 4 teams left undefeated in the conference: Corbin, Eastern Oregon, Lewis Clark State, and Oregon Tech. All of those 4 teams undefeated. Of course, the Warriors finished 26-7 last season, 17-5 in conference play. Ended up losing to Southern Oregon in the Cascade Conference Championship last year, 56-49. Made it to the second round of the NAIA tournament and lost to number 5 Briar Cliff. That one a 71-60 defeat. So again, both of these teams coming off of second round tournament exits in the NAIA tournament last year, and also off of conference championship losses from a season ago. So both of these teams looking to avenge and get back to the top of each conference and potentially make a run in the NAIA tournament. But again, this is just the beginning of the season. Shawnee State, 6th game today. Lewis Clark State, 5th game. Shawnee State does not enter conference play until December 10th when it's at home against WVU Tech. That one a 5:30 tip-off. Lewis Clark State doesn't enter conference play until December 5th against Eastern Oregon. That one on the road, a 12 p.m. start Idaho time, 3 p.m. start local time here in Ohio. So should be a fun season. Looking forward for both of these teams. Again, Shawnee State with the advantage right now, 41-32 at halftime. We'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half action between Lewis Clark State Warriors and the Shawnee State Bears, part of the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic here on WV Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We are champions of character.
Back here inside the Newt Oliver Arena, home of the Rio Grande Red Storm here in Rio Grande, Ohio. Shawnee State Bears with a 41-32 lead over Lewis Clark State Warriors. Glad you could join us here on WV Video Productions along with our outstanding crew. I've been Westfall taking you through today's game. Shawnee State had a 13-3 run over the last 5 minutes and 52 seconds to end that first half. The Warriors of Lewis Clark State went on a scoreless run for the last 2 minutes and 17 seconds of that first half. 3 players for the Warriors leading the way with 7 points. That's Bird, Hymas, and Wilson. Ellis leads the way in scoring for Shawnee State with 10 points. Lewis Clark State, 43% from the field, 28% from the three-point line, 2 of 7. Shawnee State, 47% from the field, 60% from the three-point line, 6 of 10. That's been the story of today's game, that and the turnovers from both squads. Shawnee State out-rebounding Lewis Clark State 19-16 overall, even on the defensive boards at 12. However, the Bears leading in the offensive boards category 7-4. Lewis Clark State will have possession of the basketball to start this second half. Ray Spearden will inbound for the Warriors. Second half underway here in the Newt Oliver Arena. Shawnee State leads 41-32. See what adjustments the Warriors had coming out of the locker room. Inside pass, Herring tries to drive her way to the basket. Nice stutter step move. Herring to the basket. That shot's good off the glass. And a good start for Lewis Clark State. Now a 7-point difference. Ellis over left side to Chambers. Now back to Ellis. Ellis, top of the key, gives it back off to Hawthorne. Hawthorne, Ellis, right side wing. Now inside pass. Dishes off the glass. That one's good for TK Catchings. Back to a 9-point advantage. And Lewis Clark State going quick. Here's Grigger. Now Herring. Herring, mid-range jumper. That one hits iron, no good. And Shawnee State could take its biggest lead of the day. Maynard, 3-point shot. That one little too strong, no good. However, Lauren Hawthorne comes away with an offensive board. Oshie Ellis drives inside. That shot is good, but they call it a charge. Feet were set of the Warrior player, and Oshie Ellis goes hard on the drive and gets whistled for the charge. A lucky break, too, for the Warriors as that shot was good, and if it was called a defensive foul, would have sent Ellis to the free throw line. 3-point shot on the way for Hymas. That one no good. And ball rattles around, rebounded by Lauren Hawthorne of Shawnee State. Ellis, left side wing. Ellis, pass inside. Hawthorne, shot no good off the front of the rim. And a battle for the rebound. And whistle blows and a foul, and they're going to get TK Catchings for foul. Second team foul on Shawnee State. That's the third foul on TK Catchings. Got to be careful. Herring inside. And nice bank shot from Sitara Bird. That one's good. And she leads the way with 9 points. Ellis with it. Left side, gives it off to Hawthorne. Back to Ellis. Thought about the 3-point shot. Ellis. And Ellis will get fouled. Shawnee State will have a substitution. TK Catchings will sit down with 3 fouls. They'll put in Skylar Kessler, the freshman center, at 6 foot. Peyton Hymas, the one whistled for the foul. That's her second. Inbound. Hawthorne. Chambers. Chambers has her shot blocked. That's by Herring. Another block shot by Herring, her fourth. Lewis Clark State quickly up the floor, and Herring tries to put up a shot. Great recovery defense from Shawnee State, but taken away by Brager. Tatum Brager for the Warriors comes away with a steal, and the Warriors can cut into the lead here. Herring drives in. That one banks off good from Darian Herring. She's up to 10 points. First player with double digits for the Warriors. And now a 5-point difference. 7:08 left to go here in the third quarter. Kessler back outside. Now Maynard, three-point shot. Left it short, no good. On the right side of the rim. Now quickly up the floor goes Lewis Clark State. Mid-range jumper rattles around, no good. And rebounded by Bird. Bird tries to put up a shot. As the Warriors were looking for the foul, won't get it. But instead goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shawnee State. Warriors could cut this to one possession here. I know they did call a foul. Thought maybe it was just an inbound play for Lewis Clark State. Instead, Satara Bird will head to the free throw line. They'll get Janala Chambers with the foul. First free throw good. Bird can make this free throw here. Takes it to a one-possession ball game with 6:49 left to go here in the third. And rattles off, no good. And they're going to get Shawnee State for a lane violation. Says that Shawnee State got off a little too quick, so one more attempt for Satara Bird. And now a 3-point difference. One possession game here. 6-0 run over the last 2:47 for Lewis Clark State. And Shawnee State's been scoreless since then. Hawthorne trying to drive. Back outside. Maynard tries to save it, does so, gets it to Chambers somehow, some way. Ellis, left side wing, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Maynard, long range three, nothing but net from Emily Maynard. The 5'11" guard cashes in. Maynard's fourth three-point shot of the day leads the way with 12 points. And Kendall Wallace will check in for the Warriors. Bearden inbound, gets it into Hymas. Hymas goes top of the key, now drives in left side lane. Nice spin around move and makes the shot. Right-handed under hook shot from Peyton Hymas gets it to fall. 4-point difference. Myoshi Ellis gives it off to Janila Chambers. Mid-range jumper on the way. Off the top of the rim, no good. And Lewis Clark State comes away with the board thanks to Grace Bearden. Now quick drive from Hymas. Shot no good. Put back from Darian Herring, and it's a 2-point difference. Shawnee State with the lead. Hawthorne gives off to Maynard. Now Ellis, top of the key. A little bit of a risky pass. Kendall Wallace was lurking nearby. Ellis. Spin around. Ellis takes it to the lane and shot no good. And last touch by Lewis Clark State. However, shot clock is at 9 seconds.
And for Shawnee State, number 25,
Kyla Turek will sub in for Shawnee State. Out goes Emily Maynard for the moment. Inbound to Turek, who just subbed in. Ellis, Chambers, nice pass, and finds Kessler, but Kessler could not finish. And now Lewis Clark State can either take the lead or tie it here. Cross-court pass to Hymas. Hymas. Bounce pass. Herring drives in. Herring puts up a shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Shawnee State, so the Bears will have the lead for the moment.
possession Shawnee State.
As we head to the media break, 2-point advantage. Lewis Clark State on a 5-0 run over the last minute and 33 seconds. Shawnee State scoreless in that time frame. But the Bears with an advantage, 46-44, here at Rio Grande University. Back here inside Newt Oliver Arena, home of the Rio Grande Red Storm, 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic, in the first game of the day of 4 games between the Shawnee State Bears and the Lewis Clark State Warriors. And right now, Shawnee State with a 2-point advantage, 46-44, 4:50 left to go in the third quarter. And Lewis Clark State, who trailed by 9 going into halftime, has cut this to a 2-point deficit. But Shawnee State will have the basketball coming out of the media timeout. Janila Chambers will inbound to Mayoshi Ellis. And game gets back underway. Ellis now with it on the handoff. Ellis back outside, Chambers. Chambers trying to drive her way in. Chambers puts up a shot. That one no good. May have been blocked. But Darian Herring comes away with a defensive rebound. Herring up the floor. Trying to find Lindsey Wilson. Cross-court pass offline. And another turnover for Lewis Clark State. The 11th on the Warriors. They've been clean so far in this third quarter. Just the first turnover of the quarter. Shawnee State with it now. Ellis, top of the key, Ellis. No driving lane available. Good defense from Peyton Hymas. Ellis, nice spin move, gets to the rim, and that shot no good. Ball bounces around, and Darian Herring comes away with the rebound. Hymas with it. Hymas. And Lewis Clark State can tie it here or take the lead. Can they take the lead here with Bird? Shot no good on the three-point shot. That one goes out of bounds off Shawnee State. Kyla Torek could not come away with the defensive rebound. Deflects off her ankle. And basketball stays with the Warriors. Torek will sub out. Catching's in. Shot clock, though, at 13 seconds. Inbound to Kendall Wallace. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hymas. 5 seconds. Hymas gives it off. Mid-range jumper from Bird. That shot no good. Offensive rebound, however, from Lewis Clark State. Hymas, three-point shot is good, and the Warriors have a 1-point lead. Has not led since the first half, and the Warriors back out in front by 1. 47-46. 3:20 left to go. Ellis to Maynard, right side wing. Now back to Ellis. Ellis thought about the three. She'll have a step-back three-point shot. That one no good. And an offensive rebound. Shawnee State looking for the foul, and Dwayne Burrows won't get it. Bird thought about the three-point shot. Bounce pass inside Wilson, and Wilson's fouled. And Dwayne Burrows, the head coach for Shawnee State, is hot. And I'll get Lauren Hawthorne on the whistle on the foul. That's her third foul. So Lindsey Wilson at the free throw line. She'll shoot two, excuse me. 2:51 left to go here in the third quarter. Lewis Clark State leads by 1, 47-46. Wilson so far on the day, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Make that 4 of 6. Janila Chambers and Savannah Cantrell sub in for Shawnee State before that first free throw attempt. Second free throw attempt on the way, and that's good. Now she's 5 of 7 from the charity stripe, and a 3-point lead for Lewis Clark State. 49-46 here in the third quarter. Ellis gives it off to Chambers. Back to Ellis. And up off the glass. Good. TK Catchings trims the deficit to 1. Warriors with a 1-point advantage. Left side wing, Wallace. Wallace, 3-point shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. And rebounded by Savannah Cantrell. Shawnee State going quickly. Inside pass to Catchings. That one offline as Chambers was trying to feed it inside. And the pass unsuccessful. Shawnee State turnover. And Lewis Clark State will have the basketball and a chance to extend the lead. Starbird inside. Herring. Nice spin move. Tries to take it to the rim. No good. And rebounded by Shawnee State. Myoshi Ellis going quick. And Ellis will travel. Was trying to spin around and kick it back outside, but unsuccessful as she got caught taking a little bit too many steps. Warriors by 1, 49-48. Wilson with it. Inside pass to Satara Bird. Bird trying to have a tough drive to the basket. No good. Cantrell, the freshman center, comes away with it. Now Chambers, coast to coast, and Chambers cannot finish. Burrows looking for the foul, won't get it. Now Hymas, 3-point shot off the right side of the rim, no good. Lewis Clark State saves it. Nice job by the Warriors to save it. 3-point shot, that one's good. Kendall Wallace knocks it in with under a minute left to go, and it's a 4-point advantage for Lewis Clark State. Kendall Wallace with a 3-point shot. She's up to 6 points today. Pass inside, just way too high from Savannah Cantrell. And a turnover by Shawnee State. And now the Warriors can really build this lead as we near the end of the third quarter. Herring with it. Back outside to Peyton Hymas. Hymas back to Herring. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and looks like Carolyn Orlandi, the head coach for the Warriors, will call timeout. Timeout here from Lewis Clark State. We'll keep it here with 21.3 seconds left on the game clock. And 10 seconds left on the shot clock for Lewis Clark State to work with. Of course, the Warriors can trim the time down and allow Shawnee State with just 11 seconds left to get a shot of its own and cut into the lead. Right now, Lewis Clark State leads by 4, 52-48. Daring Herring leads the way for Lewis Clark State, 13 points, 3 players with double-digit scoring. Satara Bird, Daring Herring, and Peyton Hymas for Lewis Clark State. 2 players double digits for Shawnee State. Emily Maynard leads the way with 12 points, all from the 3-point line. And Myoshi Ellis with 10. So 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 21.3 seconds left to go overall in the third quarter. Warriors trying to get that shot off to extend the lead, not allow Shawnee State to get a basket before the end of the third, and build momentum going into the fourth and final quarter. Daring Herring will inbound, the junior forward, out of Deer Park, Washington. Inbounds it to Hymas, who has the ball deflected. Mayoshi Ellis goes coast to coast, puts up a shot. No good, and Ellis is in. Herring off the glass. That one rolls in good. And Lewis Clark is in. Herring off the glass. That one rolls in good. And Lewis Clark State gets the shot off as Mayoshi Ellis drills the shot after the buzzer well past the midcourt stripe somehow. But Lewis Clark State with a 4-point advantage, 50 over Shawnee State at the end of the third quarter. As we'll step aside for a break, the fourth and final quarter coming up here on WV Video Productions.
While we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back here at the home of the Red Storm, the Newt Oliver Arena, home of Rio Grande University. And it has been a fun back and forth game between the Lewis Clark State Warriors, coming in at 4-0 on the season, 7th ranked in the country. And they lead this one 54-50 over the Shawnee State Bears, who are 4-1 overall. And right now receiving 5 votes for the polls. About to start the fourth and final quarter as Lewis Clark State leads by 4, 54-50. So we're back underway to start the fourth and final quarter. Peyton Hymas with it for Lewis Clark State. Herring drives in, back outside. 3-point shot from Wallace. Offline, no good. Ball deflects around, and the Warriors come away with the board. Left-handed shot, no good. Putback is good from Satara Bird. Satara Bird gives the Warriors a 6-point advantage to start the fourth quarter. Ellis, Hawthorne inside to Kessler. Shot no good. Rebounded by Chambers, and her putback's no good, but a tough foul that will send Janila Chambers to the free throw line to shoot 2.
In for Shawnee State, number 35, Savannah Cantrell. On the line for Shawnee State will be number 5, Janila Chambers.
So Janila Chambers will shoot 2 to try to trim into this Lewis Clark State lead. First free throw attempt, rattles around and finds the bottom of the bucket. Now a 5-point difference. Second free throw attempt is pure. 4-point difference here in this one. Peyton Hymas leads the charge for the Warriors. It's been a fun one so far. Pass to Wilson. Almost had that one taken away. Now outside pass to Satara Bird. 3-point shot. No good. Ball deflects around for the rebound. Comes away with it is Herring. Now Wilson. Had an open lane for the moment. Wilson drives in. Shot no good and rebounded from Emily Maynard. Ellis leads the charge. Ellis lost her dribble. Now gives it in to Chambers. Nice pass. And shot blocked from Lindsey Wilson, but gets whistled for the foul. So Lindsey Wilson gets whistled for the contact. That's her first foul. And Shawnee State at the free throw line.
Chambers on the line for
can make this a one-possession game with 2 made free throws from Janila Chambers. First attempt, it's off the back of the iron, no good. Heard immediately the frustration from Chambers, knowing that one was offline. Put a little too much on that one. Second free throw attempt on the way from Chambers. And that one, much better this go around, and it's a 3-point difference. Imus lost her dribble, gives it back up to Kendall Wallace, right side wing. Now Herring inside to Wilson. That one's taken away by Savannah Cantrell. And Shawnee State with a chance. Chambers, right side corner, drives in, shot up, rattles around, and that one's good. 1-point game. Shawnee State trying to fight back here. Wilson. Top of the key, gives it in. Hymas. Nice drive, and off the glass, good. Hymas tries to take it in off the inbound. Nearly does. Ellis, shot up and rattles out, no good. Hymas slows things down for Lewis Clark State. Wallace with it right side wing. Sophomore from Clarkston, Washington. Now 3-point shot, that one's good. Satara Bird drills the 3-point shot. And Lewis Clark State with the lead, whistle blows. And we'll have a foul on Lindsey Wilson. That will be her second.
Foul call on 0. Lindsey Wilson, her second, team's third.
And that will send Shawnee State to the free throw line. First free throw attempt is good.
On the line for Shawnee State 15, Lauren Hawthorne, first shot good.
Second free throw attempt off the back of the rim, no good. That was Lauren Hawthorne at the free throw line. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip. 7:15 left to go in the fourth and final quarter. Warriors lead by 5. Wilson with it. Wilson drives in, spin around, puts up a jumper. That one no good. And Hawthorne comes away with the defensive board. Now gives it off Maynard. Now back to Hawthorne, pass offline. But Mayoshi Ellis saves it before the half-court violation. Now mid-range jumper, Chambers offline. That one left short. And somehow Hawthorne got it to Maynard. Lauren Hawthorne somehow come away with an offensive rebound. Got it off to Emily Maynard. Maynard tries to find an outlet on the right side of the basket, but deflected off of Lewis Clark State. Goes out of bounds, and Shawnee State will have the basketball. Chambers, 3-point shot. That one offline, no good. Battle for the rebound. In the battle, that one's going to be a tie-up jump ball, and possession stays with Shawnee State. Lakin Williams and Grace Bearden battling for the board. 61-56, Lewis Clark State leads by 5, 6:35 left to go. Chambers will inbound to the right of the basket, gets it into Williams. Williams back outside Ellis. Chambers back to Ellis. Thought about the 3. Ellis will instead drive inside. Puts up a shot. That one no good. She gets contacted and fouled, and she's slow to get up. Hard foul. And Mayoshi Ellis trying to walk it off. Senior guard from Harlem, New York.
On the line for Shawnee State, number 3, Mayoshi Ellis.
Looks like the officials will give Ellis some time to walk it off. TK Catchings subs in. Janila Chambers out. Mayoshi Ellis, a 47% free throw shooter coming into today. at the free throw line. First one's up off the back of the rim, no good. She would have made both. Would have trimmed the lead to 3 in a one-possession game for Shawnee State. Second attempt. Rattles in. Good. (61-57). Warriors up by 4. 6:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bearden with it. Right side wing gives it off to Kendall Wallace. Wallace over to Hymas, left side. Hymas tries to drive in, has the ball poked away by Williams and taken away by Myoshi Ellis. She goes coast to coast. Ellis off the glass, good. And it's a 2-point game. Good job by Lakin Williams to poke that one out of the hands of Hymas. And Myoshi Ellis cleans up the steal and takes it down the floor. Now a nice pass from Hymas and finds Grace Bearden cutting to the basket, and good. Warriors back out in front by 4. Williams back off to Ellis. Williams, left side wing. Williams. And kickball from Peyton Hymas. Shot on the way. Williams, three-point shot, no good. And Grace Bearden comes away with the board. Warriors can extend the lead here. Into Wallace. Tara Bird tries to drive in on the left side lane, loses her dribble, gives it off to Hymas, and Hymas gets called for the charge. Myoshi Ellis goes down, and Peyton Hymas gets whistled for the charge call. And media timeout. 4:59 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Lewis Clark State leads by 4, 63-59 over Shawnee State. We'll step aside for a break here on WV Video Productions.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back here inside the Newt Oliver Arena, home of the Rio Grande Red Storm. And game one of the day has been a fun one. 63-59. Lewis Clark State leads by 4 over Shawnee State. Here in the media timeout, 4:59 left to go in the fourth and final quarter. Our live stats being provided to us are a little bit off, so as they try to catch that up, we'll hopefully have an ability to get updated numbers here shortly. But right now, Lewis Clark State leads Shawnee State 63-59. The Warriors trying to come away with a massive win, being ranked 7th in the country, and get some momentum going into tomorrow for a top 20 showdown between number 7 Lewis Clark State and number 20 Rio Grande. But Shawnee State looking to spoil that and potentially knock on the door of the polls. Ellis tries to drive in. That shot's blocked, I think, by Camden Barger. It was either her or Darian Herring. Those were the closest ones to it. The last touch by the Warriors, and Shawnee State will have the basketball still. Maynard trying to inbound, deep inbound to Hawthorne. Hawthorne inside, Catchings. Catchings drives in off the glass. That one's good. Tough drive to the basket. And the Bears back within 2. Satara Bird with it. Bounce pass. Herring inside and all alone to the basket. Kendall Wallace left alone and gets 2. back to a 4-point difference here in this one. Myoshi Ellis. Ellis drives in, stops, has to get back outside to Hawthorne, and Hawthorne cannot recover before it goes past the midcourt stripe. That's going to be a turnover for Shawnee State. And a timeout taken by Dwayne Burrows, the head coach for the Bears. A 30-second timeout. And so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well. Lewis Clark State up by 4.
We are champions of character.
Shawnee State took the 30-second timeout. Head coach Dwayne Burrows wanted to talk things over with his team. Play resumes. Lewis Clark State with it. Herring trying to drive in. Shot up, no good. Excellent defense from TK Catchings. And the Bears come away with a defensive rebound. Williams inside. Hawthorne puts up a wacky left-handed shot, and that one falls. Bank is open, and it's back to a 2-point game. Hawthorne up to 9 points in this one. Herring at the free throw line. Bird thought about the three-point shot. Drives in, back outside to Barger. Inside, Herring. Back over to Wallace. Three-point shot. Too strong, no good. Battle for the rebound. And whistle blows and a foul on Grace Bearden. And that's another team foul on Lewis Clark State. And that will send Myoshi Ellis to the free throw line as Shawnee State's in the bonus for the final 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Shawnee State in the bonus already here in this fourth quarter, but the Bears have yet to commit a foul in this quarter. So Myoshi Ellis could tie it here with 2 made free throws. First attempt is no good.
Ellis on the line for Shawnee State. First shot, no good.
So the senior guard from Harlem, New York, Myoshi Ellis, trying to make this a 1-point game, and does so. Ellis now 5 for 7 at the free throw line today. Shawnee State overall 8 for 11. Lewis Clark State 8 for 13. Inside pass, that one deflected by Lakin Williams, goes out of bounds. Basketball will stay with the Warriors. With 18 seconds on the shot clock, Lindsey Wilson will sub in, and out goes Grace Bearden. Lindsey Wilson with 9 points on the day, 2 of 6 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Inbound pass to Kendall Wallace. Wallace passes back outside to Barger. Barger, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Barger goes right side. Barger puts up a shot, and too strong, and a tough rebound for the 5'5" guard, Myoshi Ellis. Takes it coast to coast, inside pass to TK Catchings. No good. She gets fouled by Darian Herring, and Catchings will go to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead for Shawnee State with 2:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like it's going to be a nail-biter, folks. Peyton Hymas subs in. Out goes Camden Barger. Lakin Williams out. Janila Chambers in. And TK Catchings, who is a 62% free throw shooter coming into today, at the free throw line. First one is no good. It still has a chance to tie this one up. This is Catchings' first trip to the free throw line. Second free throw attempt, no good, and Shawnee State cannot tie it. Lewis Clark State remains out in front by 165-64. Warriors trying to start the season 5-0. Shawnee State trying to go to 5-1. Inside pass to Lindsey Wilson. And Wilson converts on the shot and a 3-point difference, 67-64. Maynard, her 3-point shot was blocked. Darian Herring got the block, and that is her 6th blocked shot of the day. Herring goes coast to coast, and the take is no good. Lewis Clark State wanted a foul, none given. Ellis over to Hawthorne, back to Ellis, almost taken away by Hymas. Back outside, Chambers, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Chambers in, off the glass, that one's good. 1-point game, 67-66. High miss to Kendall Wallace. Back top of the keys to Tara Bird, over to High miss, now to Herring, inside, Wilson. Now a nice bounce pass, and shot no good from Peyton Hymas. Could not extend the lead, and Shawnee State with a chance to take an advantage here, but Dwayne Burrows wants to talk over this offensive possession. Timeout, Shawnee State. Woo-wee. 1:21 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors lead by 1, 67-66, full timeout. And that gives us a chance to step aside real quick for a break here on WV Video Productions. Lewis Clark State up by 1. Full timeout taken by head coach Dwayne Burrows in his 5th season for Shawnee State. He sees his Shawnee State Bear squad trailing by 1 to the 7th-ranked team in the country, the Lewis Clark State Warriors, 67-66 with 1:21 left to go here in the 4th and final quarter. Up next here at Rio Grande University will be the Campbellsville Tigers and the WVU Tech Golden Bears in men's college basketball. Play resumes. Ellis, almost a turnover by Shawnee State. Williams recovers. Williams off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Putback is off to the right, no good from Kyla Turek. And Lewis Clark State remains out in front by 1. And coming down to 1 minute remaining here in this one. Kendall Wallace, right side wing. .47 seconds left. Hymas with it. Hymas. And whistle blows and a foul on Janila Chambers. That's the first team foul on Shawnee State in this 4th quarter. And that resets the shot clock to 20 seconds, so a 22-second difference between shot and game clock. Inbound pass, Wilson, and 1 from Lindsey Wilson. She gets fouled to the bucket, and she'll go to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 4-point game. Wilson with the bucket, she's up to 13 points. And a chance to make this a 4-point game. Wilson so far today, 5 for 7 from the free throw line. And that attempt is no good. Lauren Hawthorne comes away with the board. And Shawnee State, a 3-point shot ties it. Inside, shot up, good. Kyla Turek makes it a 1-point game. And the shot clock is off. And the whistle blows and a timeout. Timeout before the inbound. 29.3 seconds left. And Lewis Clark State leads by 1, 69-68. And from here on out, the shot clock is off. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here, however. Lewis Clark State, 5 players in double digits. Leading the way is Satara Bird with 15 points. Darian Herring has 14. Lindsey Wilson with 13. Peyton Hymas with 12. Kendall Wallace with 11. 3 players in double figures for Shawnee State. 2 players leading the way with 16 points, and that's Janila Chambers and Mayoshi Ellis. Both of them have been fantastic today. Emily Maynard, 12 points, 4 for 8, and all 8 of those shots coming from the three-point line. Lewis Clark State, 42.4% from the field, 29.4% from the three-point line. Shawnee State, 40% from the field, 44.4% from the three-point line. Both teams have massively cleaned up the turnover problems. Both teams have 14 turnovers, went into halftime 10-9 in favor of Lewis Clark State. So both teams have done a better job in the second half taking care of the basketball. But now it all comes down to this with 29.6 seconds left, no shot clock, and the Warriors leading by 1. Shawnee State has 2 fouls to give. Inbound, Darian Herring. Shawnee State trying to force a turnover, 20 seconds left, and the Bears will foul. Lauren Hawthorne whistled for the foul. And that'll be Hawthorne's 4th. She has to be careful. She's in foul trouble. 3rd team foul on Shawnee State. Lindsey Wilson to inbound. Gets it in to Herring. Herring has some space. Shawnee State has to foul, and they do. And I think that might be on Hawthorne, which would be her 5th. And it is. That's her 5th foul. She now fouls out of this one with 14 seconds left to go. Now Dwayne Burrows, the head coach, with a decision. Looks like going with Kyla Tork. Warriors by 1, 69-68, 14 seconds left. Next foul for Shawnee State puts Lewis Clark State in the bonus, and it'll come right now. Foul on Janila Chambers. And that's Chambers' 3rd foul. So with 12.9 seconds left to go, Peyton Hymas will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Makes both of these, it'll be a 3-point game.
On the line for Lewis Clark, 24, Peyton Hymas, first shot good.
2-point advantage as Hymas makes the first free throw attempt. Can she make this a 3-point ball game here? She can. And timeout. 12.9 seconds left to go. The Warriors lead by 3, 71-68. Clutch free throw makes from Peyton Hymas. Has her up to 14 points. Tied for second on the team with Darian Herring. Outstanding individual efforts by both of these teams. Now Shawnee State will need a 3-point shot to tie this game up and keep it going and potentially send us to overtime. You have to imagine who this is going to. I thought maybe Emily Maynard, but she's not out there on the floor right now, as she's 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. 12.9 seconds left to go. Shawnee State chooses to advance the ball. Chambers with it. Chambers thought about the 3-point shot. Gives it off to Ellis. Now over to Williams. Williams, 6 seconds left. Gives up a 2. Shot no good. Put back no good. They have to go for 3. Shawnee State shot's good, but lead trails by 1, and that's your game. Lewis Clark State survives and wins this one by 171-70. Shawnee State was trying to go for the 2-point bucket when they needed 3. And so Lewis Clark State comes out on top and wins this barn burner of a match, 71-70. We'll step aside for a break, and when we return, we'll hopefully have head coach Carlin Orlandi, the winning head coach for Lewis Clark State, after this here on WV Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back here to conclude this broadcast, Lewis Clark State Warriors come out victorious over Shawnee State 71-70 in an absolute barn burner of a match. Scoring-wise, 5 players in double-digit scoring for Lewis Clark. Leading the way was Satara Bird with 15 points. 2 players with 14, Peyton Hymas and Daring Herring. Lindsey Wilson had 13, and Kendall Wallace had 11 for Shawnee State. 2 players leading the way with 16 points. Mayoshi Ellis and Janila Chambers each had 16. Emily Maynard with 12. Shawnee State out-rebounding Lewis Clark State 42-38. Each team had 14 turnovers. Lewis Clark State with 8 blocked shots, 6 of them coming from Daring Herring. It was an absolute amazing effort from Herring, which I'll have to give the player of the game to on this one. She was 7 of 17 from the field, 14 points, 12 rebounds, getting herself a double-double, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 6 blocks. A fantastic effort from Daring Herring, who we said to look out for pregame. But she comes up clutch yet again today for the Warriors, who are now 5-0 on the season. The 7th-ranked team in the country will have a battle tomorrow, 12 p.m. Idaho time, 3 p.m. local time here in Ohio. It's a top 20 battle tomorrow between number 7 Lewis Clark State and number 20 Rio Grande. Shawnee State drops to 4-2 on the season, ending their 4-game winning streak. And the Bears will see Governor State tomorrow at 11 a.m. Ohio time here at Rio Grande University. Next game on the docket here on WV Video Productions will be the Campbellsville Tigers and the West Virginia University Tech Golden Bears in men's college basketball, a part of the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic hosted by Rio Grande University. Big thank you to our production crew, our camera crew as well. I'm Ben Westfall, your play-by-play, saying so long. Stick around for the next broadcast between WVU Tech and Campbellsville. It's been a presentation of NAIA basketball here on WV Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.